picked up there.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now the first-round pick from Alabama, Josh Jacobs. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. The defensive line made pretty easy work of the offensive line that time.
And people get tired of the cliche that the battle is won in the trenches. But it's a cliche because it's true. And how about the battle right there? One on the edge, and the ball carrier did not benefit.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Run. Hey, 58 is a mic.
On 3rd down, Mayfield.
Here we go.
Open man, it's Stacker. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 44-yard line. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Regular. Mike 55, Mike 55. Hurry. E. Bandit. Smooth. 55's Mike, guys, 55. Don't let him breathe. Hey, alert 33. Tight D. Don't let him breathe, defense. Mike, 55. 55.
A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. Stocker's got it, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain there of 21 yards.
Brandon, lest my eyes deceive me, I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? And that's the 2nd time they've gone to him here on this drive.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tahir Whitehead in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Another try after the 1st down sack. Mayfield finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Completes it to Davis. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Hurry. 58, boys, 58. Kings. Watch the pass. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Hey, watch the slant.
Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from UVA, Juan Thornhill. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line.
Ready. You go 21.
This is Chris Carson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. Tackle there going to Marshawn Lattimore.
Set a tone, fella.
On 2nd down, it's Carson. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Breeze looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take into the first quarter of play. Second quarter now, Titans in punt formation to kick it away. Here's Lachlan Edwards now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Pulled in at the 24. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football. Gerald McCoy is always going to be linked with Ndamukong Suh. They came into the NFL in the same draft class. There's a lot of debate about who was going to be the better defensive tackle. They just do it 2 different ways. McCoy, more movement, more elusiveness. That allowed him to make the play there for a short gain.
He's going to take off with it. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Tahir Whitehead. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Working out of the gun. Mayfield under pressure again, and down he goes again. Tahir Whitehead make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. He had 3 of those sacks last week en route to being the AFC Defensive Player of the Week 1 right there. How do you block him now?
That's the question you think that they'd be able to answer. After having 3 the week before, you would make all the necessary adjustments in practice, but he's such an imposing force, he knows how to get to the quarterback anyway.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hand.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Dylan Cole. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Switch up, switch up. Check 31, check 31. Hurry, hurry. Hey, 58.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
On 2nd down and 4, Mayfield. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown.
Check 55 to Mike.
At the Titans 29.
From the 29, Mayfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because
down. And a sack by one of the most consistent D linemen in the game, Gerald McCoy.
This offensive line pass rush has been demonstrated time and time again.
Show an A. Alert, 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 alert.
Field. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number one. Mayfield looks to throw. Ebron with it over the middle. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here I come again. Point it right, point it right, point it right.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Adrian Amos, the safety, able to make the play.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And now a timeout defensively after that 1st down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number one.
For the field goal, a 28-yard attempt.
And Lutz puts this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Mike, ready? 5-8, 5-8, 5-4. Coming to you, coming to you.
On play action, now Breeze. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it second down. Breeze going to throw. And the catch made by Hilton. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. On 3rd down, Carson. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42.
Well, it wasn't so much that it looked like the offense was threatening. They were. I mean, they had great field position, but how about the defense on that one? Huge stop on 3rd down. It wasn't just a stop. Look at the loss of yardage, and it changes the play calling and the thought process for the offense now. Big-time play for the D, and now they have the advantage.
So Breeze is going to stay out there, and they're going to go for this on 4th down.
He's checking. Crash. Check. Sammy. Hey, watch him.
So here we go on 4th down with Breeze. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but there's stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Mayfield got his man. It's Williams. That one a first down pickup of 8. Mayfield now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Damon Harrison bringing in 341 pounds of power for the sack.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
In your face.
To throw, Mayfield. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
That's what I'm talking about.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Mayfield to throw it. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Well, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down. Now Mayfield on 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. Back to the running game with Jacobs. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Once again, it's Jacobs.
Go, run.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down at the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the fourth quarter. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. Oh, no, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. And just as they thought they might be able to take that across and get the lead, a big red zone turnover.
I know that I am defense-centric, and I want to give them a whole lot of credit, but I just can't believe after that drive, in that position, ball security paramount, they turn the ball over. Terrible.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Yellow waiting, yellow waiting. Hey, easy. 21. Let's go, D. 5-9. Series right here.
Breeze now on first down. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Marcel Darius flies in at 331 pounds for the sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Throwing now is Breeze. Complete to Hilton. 23 yards to pick up there. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down.
Quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Hey, easy. 13. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. You're good. Mike 4. Ready. Here we go. 43.
Here's Breeze to throw.
He's coming. Double up.
A deep ball for Ellington. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
Five. Kill.
From the gun, it's Breeze. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. T.Y. Hilton. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for him. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
180. Mike, 58, right there. Regular. Pick up the ball.
A first down throw for Mayfield. And the catch is made by Justin Hardy. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down.
You're on cover.
Mayfield on first down. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Here we go.
Mayfield now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
D-line, get that quarterback. Mike's by 4, Mike's by 4.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice, get rid of it, live to fight another down.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Breeze. And a most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. 4th quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it. But, you know, every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him. Here's Jacobs from the gun, and he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad.
No, check that. We want Mike 50.
Now Mayfield.
Starfield.
And he connects with Ebron. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. 1st and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts.
Check 50, check 50.
Here's Jacobs. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeouts.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on, and that was taken away from them by their own mistake.
Yep, the opportunity squashed. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, You've got to feel good about your chances.
Now Breeze will bring his guys to the line to go for two.
Got it, son. Check 52. 11.
Now this time Breeze will throw. That's caught, and he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. And that one travels out of bounds. So a bad break there, and that will thwart any chance that they had of coming back. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Adrian Amos with a pick. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it, Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. It's still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game.
Oh, wide open, complete. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Demir Bird, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that. But there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's a wobbler, and it's intercepted. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. And that will get out of bounds. So that's definitely going to put a major crimp in any comeback plans they may have had.
Pistol. He's not going to get me.
One last shot from Mayfield here. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of